took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what the mad for. I just had to do it. Got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money. You gotta ask for it. I got tired of complaining. I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Mayfield. And he rifles one incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there. And it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Bravo. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Man left, man left. Hey, we got four. We got four down.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's 2nd and 8. To Mixon on the check down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. They'll drop the throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Mayfield on play action. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. At the 32-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I got you. I got
you. 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he's going to go down again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
That puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I tell you what, when he popped up, shaking he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, and he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play that time out of Chubb, and even 70 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mayfield to throw it. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Powerful running. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
King. Hey, Charlie. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's out to Chubb, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Let's make these babies cry all the way, man. Hey, orbit. 15, I got it.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
A first down throw from Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Let's get it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Shit. 61, matchbox lights. I got it.
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. He is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. First down, Mayfield. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Hey, on 133. Jet 13. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Hey, Echo.
Here's Mayfield. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got 4. You got 4.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
You got tight right there. 25.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Stay with your man.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They'll look to throw. And completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Mixon with a first down carry. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 5. Finding Knox there, complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And this is caught by Watkins. Now the ball comes loose, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And a loose football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Stepping up, he'll try it. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Extra point, not good by much, but it does snake in. And the lead is now 14 to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Pistol. Go! 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Watch the pass.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On third down, it's Hunt, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Three down. Mike, 15, Mike, 15. I got one small. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Bills' 7-yard line.
Okay, Betty, I see you.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back now in Buffalo. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Tight end right, tight end right. You got three down. Point it right. 50.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't.
Throw it, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
4 down.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Mayfield now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Now,
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Henry. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
and maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ed Oliver in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
they really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense,
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Chubb, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19.
Foxtrot.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They run for it with Hunt. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
From the gun, Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now back to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Mayfield looks to throw, gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Finding Knox there, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it, and it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Running for it, here's Chubb. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch that, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New